Thank you.
Hey, here we go, fellas. Okay. Come on, let's go.
Here comes the Richland Bombers.
Let me say yeah. Let me say yeah.
Everybody, to today's live coverage of Mid-Columbia Conference Baseball right here on Atomic TV. Last time we were here was on March 25th, 2025.
Michael Rovell.
That was when the Richland Bombers walked off the Hanford Falcons by a score of 5-4. Since then, the Bombers have gone 2-1 against the Mid-Columbia Conference. They took 2 games from the Kennewick Lions over at Roy Johnson Field last Friday, or 2 Friday nights ago. Won in 8 innings by a score of 8-7, and then the game 2 by a score of 4-3. So took 2 from the Lions and then dropped 1 in North Richland to the Falcons by a score of 10-2. Bombers currently sit 4-3 on the year, 3-1 in the Mid-Columbia Conference, which is 3rd in the conference behind Hanford and Kamiakin. Hanford sitting with a 5-1 league record. Kamiakin sitting at a 4-0 league record. Both of them in action tonight. Hanford hosting Hermiston up in North Richland, and Walla Walla going to Kamiakin in South Kennewick. Tonight's game, the Pasco Bulldogs enter with a 3-7 record. And the Bulldogs winning their first conference game since 2019 on April 4th at Walla Walla by a score of 8-4. Up until then, they lost 69 straight games. Currently working on our outfield camera, dealing with some technical difficulties with that. We will get that online and ready to go when we can. But first pitch from Michael Rovell, low for ball
First pitch,
1.
4:58 p.m. Game time.
Michael Rovell, 9.1 innings pitched, 12 hits, 12 runs surrendered. 14 of them have been earned. 14 runs, 12 of them were earned. 12 walks, a 7.69 ERA, and 14 punch-outs on the season. That one fouled over the press box for strike 2. This is RJ Lopez in the box for the Bulldogs. Lopez batting .296 on the year. Has the Bulldogs 3 of their 4 total extra base hits. That one hitting RJ Lopez, and he will take first base for the first base runner of the ball game.
Coming to the plate, pitcher number 1, Max Garcia.
Brings in Max Garcia for the Bulldogs. Runner on first here for Pasco early. Garcia 143 average, 3 of 21 on the season. Over at first base, looks like RJ Lopez is shaking off that hit by pitch to his arm. Lopez 5 stolen bases this season. 2-1 count here to Max Garcia. RJ Lopez at first base. Lopez goes. Hayden Galloway bobbles the transfer, though. So RJ Lopez will take his 6th stolen bag of the year. That ties junior Seth Lane for the team lead with 6 swiped bases. That one inside from Ravel. 3-2 count here from the junior to Garcia, the junior outfielder and pitcher. Fouled away to the Fran Rich Stadium parking lot. We're on second if you're here for Ravel and move Woody out. Strike 3, looking. And Max Garcia becomes Mike Ravel's 15th strikeout victim of the year.
Plate catcher number 24, Dakota Gillum.
Dakota Gillum now digging in for the Bulldogs. Dakota 375 average this season. Takes ball 1 from Ravel, low in the dirt. As I said before, Hermiston hosting or going to North Richland to play Hanford, and Walla Walla going to Kamiakin in South Kennewick to play the Braves. The other game in the MCC today, Southridge is playing at Roy Johnson Field for a single game against the Kennewick Lions. Kennewick and Southridge a game apart from each other in 4th and 5th place in the MCC.
Go back 2-4.
All right, we got 2-4. Let's go, Kate. Here we go. Let's go 2-4.
Breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate, enough for strike 1. As I said, the Bulldogs winning the first conference game since 2019, April 16, 2019, also against the Walla Walla Blue Devils. They won that one in 2019 by a score of 11-7. Throw not in time. Pickoff attempt to get RJ Lopez at second. Game at Walla Walla, they won by a score of 8-4.
Let's go back 2-4. Let's go, kid.
Let's go, kid. Let's go back 2-4. Let's go, kid. Go now.
Pitch, Ravel falls down after his delivery.
Boy, wait, be there.
So a ball thrown to Gillum. Hayden Galloway tries to get Lopez at second, but again, not in time. So 3-1 sits the count. That one chopped right back up the middle. Upmeyer gathers it, throws the first for out number 1. Out number 2, excuse me.
Now batting, center field number 4, Seth Lane.
Brings up Seth Lane for the Bulldogs. Junior batting 125 this season. Primarily does the catching for the Bulldogs. One swung on and fouled away. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike.
Here we go, Seth. Let's go 4.
Let's go, Dad. Let's go, Gary. Shot.
strike two. Even 2-2 count here on Seth Lane. Looks at that one for strike three. After living the first one on, Ravel retires the next three. We head to the bottom of the first. First steps for the Bombers coming up next here on Atomic TV.
On the mound for Pasco, pitcher number 1, Max Garcia. Leading up for the bomb squad, second baseman number 23, Dylan Perez.
Welcome back to Bomber Field. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Dylan Parrott leading things off for the Bombers, as he has done for the last several games. Squares around the bump, pops it up into the infield in front of catcher Dakota Gillum. Not in time to get Dylan Parrott at first, so he'll be aboard for the first base runner for the Bombers. Dylan Parrott batting 300 before that one. A bunt single right back to the pitcher. Pitcher being Max Garcia. Garcia this season 15 in the third innings pitched so far. 22 hits surrendered, 23 runs, 20 of those have been earned.
Castro.
16 walks, a 9.27 ERA. Caden Castro now in the box for Richland. Castro batting 304 for the Bombers. Parrott swipes his fourth bag of the year and brings the Bomber total in stolen bases to double digits. They're 10th on the year. Pitch way up and outside for ball one. Castro a double and the Bombers' only triple of the season. Off to the left-hand side and out of play for strike two on Castro. Ball gets behind catcher Gillum, and Parrott will take third base on the pass ball. outside for ball 4, and Castro will take first. Castro recording his 5th walk this season.
Stepping in, shortstop number 3, Carter Upmeyer.
Brings up the senior Carter Upmeyer to the plate for the Bombers. .320 this season. Large leads gotten by Parrott and Castro at 3rd and 1st, but no runners as of yet. Upmeyer leads the Bombers with 8 runs scored on this young season, only 7 games. Castro will take second base easily. That'll be Castro's second stolen base. One high and outside, and it's 3 balls and no strikes here on Upmeyer. Four straight balls delivered to the shortstop, and bases are loaded for the Bombers for the pitcher, Michael Ravel.
Now batting, pitcher number 26, Michael Ravel.
Ravel takes ball 1 outside. The 143 hitter this season, only 5 RBIs. And to add to that total here, he sits 2-0. Ravel reaches first on the fielder's choice to the second baseman. And that's Ravel's 6th RBI of the young season.
Stepping in, catcher number 5, Hayden Galloway.
We get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Michael Ravel. Looks like that'll be Eli Doby.
Courtesy running at first base, number 18, Eli Doby.
Runner goes, that's Doby, and Doby will have his first stolen bag of the year. Hayden Galloway still sits at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position, leading the Richland Bombers with 12 RBI and leading the Bombers in pretty much every offensive category. 455 average, 591 slugging. That 591 average is good for 6th in the Mid-Columbia Conference. And 12 RBI is good for 3rd behind Ty Repko and Trey Holdren. Inside for strike 2. That one popped up. Now the Bulldogs can see it out of the sun, though. And drops harmlessly for a foul ball.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Galloway hits that to dead center field. It'll be caught for out number 2. But Castro will come home from third to score the Bombers' second run of the game. The sacrifice fly to center, good for Galloway and his 13th RBI.
Now batting left fielder number 24, Jake Brennan.
Left fielder, the senior Jacob Brandon, stepping in for Richland. 286 average through 7 games. Fouled away for the first strike of the AB. One fouled away to the right as well. Will the first baseman get under it? No, he will not. It will go out of play for strike 2. Count full here on Jacob Brandon. And tips that one into the glove of Gillum for out number 3. So 2 runs crossed for the Bombers. They take a 2-0 lead into the top of the second here from Bomber Field.
Now pitching number 16, Ben Thompson. out for Pasco, right field number 13, John Walkajans.
Welcome back to Bomber Field. First batter of the bottom of the first inning.
Coming to the plate, first baseman number 11, Corey.
Walkajans grounds out to Upmeyer for the first out of the inning. New pitcher now in for the Richland Bombers. That's Ben Thompson. As that is popped to Parrott at second base for out number 2, and just like that, there are 2 gone for the Bulldogs in this inning.
Now batting, third base number 6, Cutter Davenport.
Cutter Davenport into the box for the Bulldogs. Davenport, a freshman, 217 on the year. He faces Ben Thompson. Bomber sophomore, leading Bombers pitching staff in multiple categories. 7 innings pitched so far, only 2 hits surrendered and 2 runs. None of those were earned as it swung through for strike 3. Ben Thompson, a very efficient inning, top of the second, no runs across. We go to the bottom here from Bomber Field, 2-0 Richland.
Leading off the second for the Bombers, first baseman number 4, Braylon Edwards.
Headed to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Richland. Braylon Edwards leading things off for the Bombers. Edwards patrolling first base for Richland today. .188 this season. Squares around a bunt, lays it back down, right back to Lopez. Excuse me, Max Garcia. He flips it over to first for out number 1.
Coming to the plate, third baseman number 2, Jackson Woodard.
Brings up the sophomore third baseman, Jackson Woodard. Woodard 353 this season. 3 RBI and 2 runs scored for the Bombers. One outside, ball 2 of the at-bat. Also going on here on the campus of Richland High School, just off the campus of Richland High School at Columbia Playfields. The Lady Bombers taking on the Hanford Falcons over at Columbia Playfields. That one is hit to center field off the bat of Woodard and caught for out number 2. Lady Bombers up 3-0 over Hanford in the top of the second inning. Emily Moore and Jordan Brannon driving in the 3 RBI for Richland. So good start for the Lady Bombers as they look to remain undefeated on the 2025 campaign. Colson Mackey now in for Richland. He's also squaring the bunt, lays it down the third baseline, and Mackey's speed is going to get there no problem for the bunt single. So with 2 down, Mackey reaches on the bunt single, and now it's the top of the Bomber order in Dylan Parrott.
Now batting, second baseman number 23, Dylan Perez.
Also, Mackey gets thrown out trying to steal second, and that will do it for the Bombers here in the bottom of the second. Still 2-0 Richland as we head to the third.
Leading up for Pasco, second baseman number 12, Antonio Ochoa.
Welcome to the top of the third here from Bomber Field. Antonio Ochoa leading things off for the Bulldogs. As he faces Ben Thompson in for his second inning of work.
Hey, you're right, Charlie. Let's go. Get a hold of it. Let's go, Charlie.
As I said last inning, Ben Thompson, bright spot for the Bomber pitching staff that's struggled early. Sort of a dichotomy in conference rankings between their hitting and their pitching. He puts that right on the outside corner for strike 3. Thompson records his 6th punch out of the year.
Coming to the plate, left field number 3, Corey Valdez.
Corey Valdez now in the box for the Bulldogs. One in there for strike 1.
Hey, here we go, Corey. Come on. Let's go, 3. Let's go, kid.
Valdez hitting 158 in 2025. And unfortunately for the Bulldogs, playing without Caleb Zendre, their leading hitter. That one's popped to Parrott. He'll gather and throw over to first for out number 2. Gets Valdez for the second out of the inning. Zendre batting .462 this season, 12 of 26. Leading the Bulldogs. Second is Dakota Gillum. Catcher .375 average.
Hey, here we go, again. Let's go.
We go back to the top of the Pasco order. RJ Lopez in for the Bulldogs.
Hey, here we go, let's go, kid.
Already 2 down here for Thompson against the Bulldogs, working as efficiently as he did in the second inning. One fouled off into the netting for strike 1.
All right, here we go, RJ. Get a hold of one. Let's go, kid. Here we go now. Here we go now, kid. All right. Good lead, kid. Good lead.
3-1 count here on Lopez.
Here you go. Good kid. Good lead, kid. Good lead. Let's go. Here we go, kid. Let's go.
296 average for Lopez, good for third on this Bulldog team. He faces a 3-1 from Thompson in there for strike 2. And the count runs full.
On you. Let's go. Hey, Casey.
Now on hit to Upmeyer at short. Flips it over to first, and Edwards catches for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, go with the Bulldogs. We'll see what the Bombers can do from the offensive side of the plate when we come back now on Tom TV. Go to the top or the bottom of the third inning. We flash back to March 25th. Galloway takes that, puts that in the left field, and that will be the ball game. Hayden Galloway with a walk-off. And Hayden Galloway walks the Hanford Falcons off here at Bomber Field. Last time we were with you live here on Atomic TV. Bombers winning that by a score of 5-4. Dylan Parrott continuing his at-bat here against the Bulldogs, continuing from the second inning when Colson Mackey was thrown out trying to steal second. Garcia still on the mound for Pasco. Count runs even here on Parrott. Parrott, the sophomore, playing shortstop for the majority of the year. Takes the 2-2 off the catcher Gillum's foot for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Parrott does leave the Bombers in walks. He's taken 8 so far this season. So he gets that one high to the second baseman. Called off and caught by the shortstop for out number 1.
Stepping in, center field number 6, Caden Castro.
Caden Castro will now step in for Hanford. For Richland, excuse me. very high out of the zone for ball one from Max Garcia. There's RJ Lopez at shortstop making the catch for the Bulldogs. Score Castro goes 3-0 now. On the outside corner, catches enough at the plate for strike one. Swung on and fouled off to the left-hand side. And making the catch for out number 2 is Cutter Davenport, the freshman.
Now batting, shortstop number 3, Carter Uppmeyer.
So 2 up, 2 down here for the Bombers. And Uppmeyer stepping in for his second at-bat of the game. Carter walked on 4 straight pitches his last time up. Owen hit hot shot to left to third base and over to first for out number 3. Cutter Davenport making 2 great plays for the Pasco Bulldogs to retire the side. We head to the top of the 4th, still 2-0 Richland.
Now pitching for Richland, number 18, Eli Doby.
We're back to Bomber Field. We got Mid-Columbia Conference Baseball here live on Atomic TV. At the top of the 4th inning, a new pitcher on the hill for the Richland Bombers. That's Eli Doby. Ben Thompson working an efficient 2 innings here for the Bombers. Doby 3 2/3 innings pitched, only 1 hit surrendered, no runs across the plate, 1 walk, a 0 ERA, and 1 strikeout.
Leading out for Pasco, pitcher number 1, Max Garcia.
Doby will face Max Garcia here to begin the 4th inning. First pitch strike delivered from Doby. That one hit high into left field. Under it is Jacob Brannon for out number 1.
Coming to the plate, catcher number 24, Dakota Gillum.
Might have heard the out-of-town scoreboard update. Bombers up 4-0 now at Columbia Playfields over the Hanford Falcons after 2 innings of play. keep you updated with that game. And if you want to watch it, it's also being streamed here live on Atomic TV. Jake Brandon's sister Jordan getting an RBI and going 2 for 2 early in that ball game. Lady Bombers taking 2 from the Kamaikan Braves last Friday over at Lawrence Scott Park. One high from Dobie for ball 1. Gillum swings through that one for strike 3. And it's 2 up and 2 down here for the Bulldogs.
Stepping in, center field number 4, Seth Lane.
Seth Lane, his first hack for strike 1 of his second at-bat of the ball game. Dobie trying to go 1-2-3 here in the 4th. That one chopped towards the shortstop. That's Upmeyer. Gathers and throws for out number 3. So efficiently goes Eli Dobie through the Bulldog order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Bombers still lead 2-0.
Leading off for the Bombers, number 26, Michael Ravel.
Michael Ravel leads things off for the Bombers here in the bottom of the 4th. Ravel still in the game on the hitting side of things, but leaving the mound for the Bombers after the first inning. Garcia still on the hill for the Bulldogs. Ravel reached base last time up through a fielder's choice, scored a run. Bombers looking for more offensive production here. One fouled off to the left. Three 3-1 goes the count here on Ravel. As I said earlier, the Bombers sort of a dichotomy between their pitching and their hitting. Hitting tied for 6th in hits in the conference and in sole possession of 6th with RBI and 7th in average. 262 as a team. On the pitching side, only 43 hits surrender. That's good for 3rd in the conference. Tied for 2nd with walks and a 209 opponent average. Good for 3rd in the conference as Ravel flies out to center.
Stepping in, catcher number 5, Hayden Galloway.
Being said, the leader offensively for the Bombers stepping in now, Hayden Galloway. Now with 13 RBI this season. RBI sacrifice fly to center field, his first at bat. Galloway led the MCC the majority of last season in average. In the 400s, that one right over Cutter Davenport at third base for a single. So Galloway improves his average. He gets a board here with one down in the fourth. And by his body language, it looks like Hayden Galloway wanted to run, but he will be taken out and courtesy ran for. Looks like that is Tucker Watkins will courtesy run for Galloway.
Courtesy running at first base, number 15, Tucker Watkins.
Jake Brandon in for his second at-bat today. Some scores coming in from around the MCC. And the first one is a big one. Walla Walla losing to the Kamaikan Braves 18-0. That one's hit all the way to the fence. Jake Brandon will take two. He'll look at three. He'll go three. And it will be a triple. He'll be in there. An RBI triple for Jake Brandon.
Stepping in, first baseman number 4, Braylon Edwards.
So Jake Brandon, with his first triple of the year, the Bombers' second, and his 6th RBI this season. Braylon Edwards now in for Richland. So we continue our out-of-town scoreboard. Southridge over at Kennewick, playing the Lions at Roy Johnson Field. Down 9-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Braylon chops that to second. That's gathered and thrown to first for out number 2. But Jake Brandon will score for the Bombers' 4th run of the game.
Now batting third baseman number 2, Jackson Woodard.
Sophomore third baseman Woodard in now for the Bombers. Base is empty after 2 runs crossed. And we're hit towards the right side. Had them thrown out for out number 3. So the Bombers plate 2 increase their lead to 4-0 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Start the 5th inning here for the Bulldogs.
Number 13, John Wakajans.
Wakajans will lead things off for Pasco. Dobie still on the mound for Richland. Wakajans rounded out his last time up to the left side and swings through that one for the first strike of his at-bat. Strike 2 strung through by Wakajance. Strike 3 swinging, and Dobie sits down Wakajance. Dobie's 3rd punch out of the season.
Now batting, first base number 11, Corey Foster.
Senior infielder Corey Foster now in, batting .231. Hits that one towards Dobie at the pitcher's mound, goes off to his left and makes the catch. 4 out number 2. Good play off the mound there by Dobie to record the 2nd out. And steps the freshman
Now
Cutter
batting, third base
Davenport.
number 6, Cutter Davenport.
Davenport making 2 great plays over at third base for Pasco in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Swings to it offering to even the count up at 1. Kamaikan Braves move to 5-0 in conference play. The Kennewick Lions on their way to 3-2, right behind the Richland Bombers, currently at 3-1 in the conference. So efforting a score out of North Richland. Hermiston Bulldogs up there to play the Falcons. Strike 3 and down goes Cutter Davenport. So 1, 2, 3 go the Bulldogs against Eli Dobie. Go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 4-0 Richland.
Nobody said it would be. You finally find that greener grass, but you're still in the weeds. Ain't it crazy? All the time that you spend driving through the rainbow for the pot at the end. I got some rust on my Chevy, but it's ready to roll. I got a rhinestone sky and a song in my soul. It ain't a smooth ride life, it's a winding road. Yeah, it might be gravel, but it feels like gold. I've been climbing, trying to get to the view. I'm at the bottom, but the sky's still pretty damn blue. They say heaven is somewhere on the other side, but I ain't waiting. Hell, I'm thinking it's a state of mind. I got some rust.
Leading out for Richland, right fielder number 12, Colson Mackey.
Colson Mackey leading things off for Richland here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Mackey climbing aboard with a bunt single to third base, his first time up. Way outside here for ball 1. Mackey gets the hold out, one high and deep to left center field, and it will drop in. Mackey heads for second, and we'll have a stand-up leadoff double here in the bottom half of the 5th. So Mackey 2 for 2 today. A bunt single and a double to left center.
Stepping in, second baseman number 23, Dylan Parrott.
The top of the Bomber order in the form of Dylan Parrott will now head into the box. Runner in scoring position, Colson Mackey. Parrott only has 2 RBI this season, looking to add to that total as he takes first base ball in the dirt. Ball 2 taken high and inside. Coming up on Friday, the Bombers head to South Kennewick to take on the Southridge Suns for 2 games, 4 and 6 o'clock. Strike delivered to Parrott. And the Bulldogs won't have a game on Friday. Their next game will be hosting the Richland Bombers over in Pasco next Tuesday at 5 o'clock. More games this Friday at Twin Bills all around between Chiawana and Walla Walla. That's played in Walla Walla. Kennewick will go down to Oregon and play Hermiston, and the 1 and 2 teams in the MCC play each other. Hanford will travel to Kamaikan to face the Braves. As the MCC standings begin to and continue to take shape here midway through the season. That one right over the third baseman, Davenport, off the bat of Parrott. Mackey will come around third, and he will score. Parrott trades places with Colson Mackey for his third RBI to make the score 5-0 Richland. Great piece of hitting there by Dylan Parrott, putting right over the third baseman for a stand-up double.
Now batting, center field number 6, Caden Castro.
Castro now back in for his third time around. Strike 1 taken high and outside, but gets enough of the zone for strike 1. That one hit hard to the right side, but just to the right side of first base for strike 2. And barely inside of the chest of Castro. Ball 1. Pasco gets a hold of that one high and deep to left field. Will it get to? No, it will not. It will drop in, and Castro will have a single, or a double, excuse me. And that'll move Dylan Parrott only to third as he was watching it drop in. So 3 straight doubles for the Bombers to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. That will necessitate a mound visit from head coach Rick Davenport. Davenport, his first season at the helm of the Pasco Bulldogs, doing a fantastic job. Pasco with a 3-7 record and getting their first conference win, like I said, since 2019. Past 2 seasons they've gone winless. In 2022 they won 2. Davenport, good work over there in East Pasco. As Upmeyer heads into the box for his third appearance of the game. Pops the first pitch up, and that will be in the Bermuda Triangle. No, it will be caught by Wakajance, the right fielder. Wakajance had to go a long way, but makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 26, Michael Ravel.
Look for a moment as it would get behind the second baseman and in front of Wakajance, but nonetheless, 1 out. Ravel now in the box. Fouls the first one off. 2 runners in scoring position here for the junior. Quickly 0-2 to Ravel. That one hit to left field, and that will drop in for a single. That will score Parrott. Caden Castro on his horse, and he will head home for the Bombers' 6th and 7th runs of the ball game.
Stepping in, catcher number 5, Hayden Galloway.
Ravel knocks in his 6th and 7th RBI of the season. His first double of the 2025 campaign. And Galloway up again with Ravel at second and only 1 out. Galloway fouls that one off to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Galloway pops that one up to left center field. Which will be caught for out number 2. Seth Lane in center field with the catch for the Bulldogs.
Stepping in, left field number 24, Jake Brennan.
So 2 down, runner still on for the Bombers. Jake Brennan stepping in for Richland. The ball gets past the catcher Gillum, and Ravel will take third on the pass ball. Last time up, Jake Brandon smacked it to the left center field fence. Came around to third for the Bombers' 2nd triple of the year. Castro with the other triple for Richland. That was hit the first weekend of the 25 campaign. All right, outside, 3-0 count here on Jake Brannon. 3-1. Swung through by Brandon. Evens or fills the count here. 3-2. That one just below the zone, and Jake Brandon will take his 6th walk of the season. In steps Dominic Harper, our pinch hitter, first pinch hitter of the game for Richland.
Pinch hitting for Richland, number 9, Dominic Harper.
Harper's first at-bat on the varsity level this season. Below the zone, 3-1 count here on Harper. Runner at first is Jake Brandon. Runner at third, Michael Ravel. Harper faces a 3-1 here from Garcia. Puts that one in center field. That will be caught by Seth Lane for out number 3. So the Bombers plate 3 and they increase their lead 7-0 as we go to the top half of the 6th inning.
Now pitching for Richland, number 22, Cale Cooper.
Back to Bomber Field. We go to the top half of the 6th inning. We'll have a new pitcher for the Richland Bombers. The sophomore, number 22, Cale Cooper. Third sophomore in a row taking the mound for the Bombers. First was Ben Thompson, then Eli Dobie, both pitching 2 solid innings for Richland. Now Cooper in for the first varsity appearance of his 2025 season.
Leading out for Pasco, second baseman number 12, Antonio Ochoa.
First Bulldog he will face is Antonio Ochoa. Score update from Columbia Playfield's top of the 5th inning now between Hanford and Richland maintaining a 5-0 lead over the Falcons. One's popped up to Dylan Parrott at second, and he will catch it for the first out of the inning.
Coming to the plate, left field number 3, Corey Valdez.
Lady Bombers getting the job done with Emily Moore, 2 RBIs. Sophia Sams has an RBI. Jordan Brannon with 2 RBIs, a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. Corey Valdez now in the box for Pasco. Takes the second strike from Kayla Cooper.
Get on that. Let's go. Jump on that. Here we go, kid. Come on. Jump on that. Let's go. Here we go.
Strike 3 swinging and down goes Valdez for the second out of the 6th inning here for Pasco.
Now batting, shortstop number 2, RJ Lopez.
We'll bring up the top of the order for the Bulldogs. RJ Lopez in for his 3rd at-bat of the day. So the Bulldogs got their first conference win, the 3 total wins on the year against Sunnyside on the 18th of March by a score of 5-1. And against Grandview on the 22nd, that one popped to shallow right, and making a leaping catch is Dylan Parrott for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Bulldogs in the top. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning here for Bomber Field. Leading things off in the bottom half will be Tucker Watkins when we come back here on Atomic TV.
Now pitching for Pasco, number 12, Antonio Ochoa. Leading out for the Bombers, number 15, Tucker Watkins.
We're back to Bomber Field. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Changes at the pitcher position for Pasco. Antonio Ochoa now in the box for the Bulldogs, or on the mound for the Bulldogs, excuse me. 4.1 innings pitched, 6 hits surrendered, 6 runs, 5 of those were earned, 7 walks, an 8.54 ERA, and 2 strikeouts this season. Tucker Watkins into the box for Richland. First varsity at bat for Tucker this season. Good to see Tucker playing this year. Last season suffering a knee injury in the spring and couldn't go the full season, so good to see Tucker back on the diamond as he takes 4 pitches from Ochoa, good for the first walk.
Pitch hitting number 8, Jaron Lee.
Jaron Lee now in the box for Richland. Watkins getting a sizable lead over at first. Jaron Lee yet to get a hit this season, 7 plate appearances. Does have 2 runs scored and an RBI and 2 walks. To the count here on Lee. Ball gets away from Gillum behind the plate, and Tucker will take second. Sure, Watkins would appreciate the stolen base being added to his tally, but it will be put down as a passed ball. Lee hits that one to the right side, and a race to the first base with the first baseman, and loses that one for out number 1. Corey Foster over there at first to make the tag.
Pitch hitting number 11, Drayson Elfring.
Drayson Elfring now in the box for Richland. Primarily the first courtesy runner out of the dugout for the Bombers this season. Courtesy running for either Hayden Galloway or whomever is on the mound for the Bombers. Only 1 plate appearance this season for Elfring, 0 for 1. Does have 4 runs scored in those courtesy running duties. That one popped high and behind the plate. And Gillum will just see the ball pop out of his glove in his attempt to record the second out. So a quick 0-2 on Drayson Elfring. Hit toward the right side and right to the glove of Corey Foster for out number 2.
Pitch hitting number 20, Drew Shaw.
In steps the senior Drew Schock. Pinch hitting duties here against Pasco. Schock also looking for his first hit of the campaign, 0 for 2 so far this season. Runner on third here for Schock with 2 down. Right back up the middle and fielded by R.J. Davis. He'll throw over to first, just over the glove of Corey Foster. And the Bombers will score their 8th run of the ball game via error from Lopez to Foster. Another pinch hitter here for the Bombers. The Bennett Clark. Clark 0 for 1 with a walk in 2025. Also get a pinch runner over at first for
base
Drew
number
Shock.
19, Parker Smoot.
The Parker Smoot pinch running.
Pinch hitting for the Bombers, number 10, Bennett Clark.
Ball one inside here on Clark. Throw back over to first to get Smoot back at the bag. Smoot ushered back again by Ochoa. The 2-0, that one inside. 3 balls and no strikes here on Clark. Count runs full here on Clark. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for Richland. Runner goes. That one hit right back up the middle. Fielded and thrown over to first for out number 3. So Bombers plate 1 make the score 8-0 as we head to the top of the 7th inning here from Bomber Field.
Now pitching number 4, Braylon Edwards.
Welcome back to Bomber Field to go to the top half of the 7th inning. Braylon Edwards, the new pitcher for the Bombers. Edwards, the junior, one of 2 primary starters here for the Bombers in 2025. 13 innings pitched, 10 hits, 10 runs, 7 of which were earned. 8 walks, 16 strikeouts for Braylon Edwards. 16 strikeouts, good for 4th in the conference through 7 games. A 3.77 ERA for Edwards. He will face Max Garcia first for the Bulldogs.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 1, Max Garcia.
Edwards' last outing was last Thursday, a week ago, up in North Richland. Pitched a stellar 3 innings there to get a 2-0 lead for Richland, and then the wheels came off defensively for the Bombers, committing 4 errors in the bottom half of the 4th inning to give the Falcons their first win in 12 tries against Richland. That one hit to right center field, and that will drop in for a single. Garcia rounds first. He's going to try to make it a double as Brandon throws it in, or Castro throws it in from center. And a leadoff double off the bat of Max Garcia.
Now batting, catcher number 24, Dakota Gillum.
Edwards here with nobody down and a runner at second. Gillum pops that one up and foul for strike one. Gillum, the second highest average on this Pasco Bulldog team, 375. And Caleb Zendre, the leading hitter for the Bulldogs, not playing in today's game. 462 average for the junior. 1-2 count here on Gillum. Breaking ball in there, swinging strike three. Great pitch there from Edwards to get the first out of the seventh.
Now batting, number 4, Seth Lane.
Seth Lane now hitting for Pasco. Strike one on the inside part of the plate from Edwards. Swung through for strike two, 0-2 count here on Lane. Bombers' next home game are going to have to wait all the way till next Friday, the 18th of April. Twin bill scheduled for the Hermiston Bulldogs here at Bomber Field. That's when we'll be back online. That one fouled to the left-hand side. In the meantime, the Bombers will head to Southridge this Friday to take on the Suns for 2, and then the return trip to Pasco next Thursday, the 15th. Three straight road games for the Bombers. Play Hermiston, and then the following Tuesday will be at La Pierre to face the Kamaikan Braves. Second out of the inning recorded from Edwards. Gets Seth Lane's strikeout looking.
Now batting, right field number 13, John Walker-Jans.
So with 2 down and a runner at second here, Walker-Jans steps in for Pasco. Going in there for strike one from Edwards. Walker-Jans swings through that one, and it's 0-2 here on Walker-Jans. 2 down, runner at second. Swinging strike three, and that will be the ball game. The Bombers win their 5th of the year, beating the Pasco Bulldogs by a score of 8-0.
Bye, Doug. Bye, Erica.
Final score, Richland 8, Pasco 0. Fans, thank you for your support of Bomber Baseball and Bomber Athletics. The Bombers' next home game is Friday, April 18th versus the Richland Bulldogs at 4 p.m. We hope to see you right back here at Bomber Field for all the action. Please have a safe trip home, and as always, go Bombers!
Bombers win the lone game today against the Pasco Bulldogs by a score of 8-0 on 9 hits and no errors from the Bombers. No runs on 1 hit, that coming in the top of the 7th, and 1 error for the Pasco Bulldogs. The win will go to Michael Ravel, his 3rd of the season. And the Bombers improve to 5-3 on the 2025 campaign. Score update from Columbia Playfield, 5-0 is the score, and that remains the score in the top of the 7th. Bombers leading the Falcons over at Columbia Playfields. You can catch the rest of that game here live on Atomic TV. In the meantime, the Bombers will be on the road in Kennewick at Southridge on Friday at 4 and 6. They'll take on the Southridge Suns, who at last check were losing to the Kennewick Lions at Roy Johnson Field. Make the return trip to Pasco on the 15th of April before coming back here to face the Hermiston Bulldogs on the 18th of April here at Bomber Field. Bombers win by a score of 8-0. We thank you for joining us here on Atomic TV live from Bomber Field. We'll see you back here on the 18th of April. Bombers win by a score of 8-0. Have a good night and go Bombers.